Hi, my name is Dan Bauer. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Don't take this as financial advice. This is all my opinions. Um, Anything I say on this channel is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Um, if you get value from this video, if you like this video, if I give you good information, please hit the like and subscribe. Um, and hit that bell for notifications. I would really appreciate it. Basically, this video is going to be mostly about PayPal. I might talk a little bit about some other stuff, what I'm doing, and what I plan to do. All right. So, given that, we're going to go right into PayPal and what I think of it, and the fact that shout out to Jeremy Lefebvre. If he ever sees this video, I doubt it, but shout out to him for being who he is and doing what he does, and the fact that what he says about PayPal, holds true in a big way. Anyways, I'm going to go over this. So, all right, let's look back here. The company was super overvalued, and that was July of 2021, and we're up here around 300. That's where PayPal was valued at back then, right? Now we're trading at, what are we trading at? $58.91. Now it went up almost 5% today. I think that's because literally, where are the sellers coming from at this point? At this point, we have to understand, let's take a real hard look at this. I mean, you had a lot of sellers. It sold. This is the weekly chart. So each one of these candles is a weekly. And we see it, and it's all the way down. We'll go to the daily here, and we'll see that even in the daily, it's down substantially. Now you can kind of see how it goes, and it goes down. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure that $50.25 is the bottom. Could be wrong. It could go lower. I'm going to go and say I'm highly doubtful. There's two big reasons why I think the stock's going up here. Aside from everything else, and other reasons why I think the stock might be going up here. But specifically speaking, let's look at two specific things. All right, one, PayPal has bought, I think they said they bought on the earnings call, they said they bought $5 billion worth of shares last year. Okay, so they've been accumulating this whole entire time all the way down, right? All the way down. So this would be in 2022. So right here. So what was the price? In the 70s and on down. All right, they bought $5 billion worth of shares. All right, they said that this year they're going to buy another $5 billion worth of shares. All right, so now we know that they have this new management team, or CEO and CFO and whoever else they replaced. I haven't looked that much into that on the replacement. I just know who the CFO and the CEO are. Alex Chris is the CEO, and he came over from Intuit, and I think he's going to be a huge part of the rebound on this stock. Now, Peter Lynch, one of Peter Lynch's books, he talks about the turnaround play, and this is the classic turnaround play scenario right here. Okay, but let me just go ahead and say this. If you think it can't go lower, it could definitely go lower. But here's why I think it's not going to go lower. Not just that there's going to be constant buying pressure on the stock all year long from PayPal itself, buying back $5 billion in shares. But I mean, it's down from 310. Let's just call it $300. It's down $240 a freaking share since July of 2021. $240. All right. So we can understand that. Where are the sellers? Who's selling it at this point? Don't you think that the sellers are extremely exhausted at this point? From that perspective, we have to understand that there's probably not too many people with shares to sell anymore. There could be people who are buying right now who could get afraid, but I don't think that's the case, especially since it's up 5%, where it got smoked on earnings on Wednesday into Thursday. Got smoked, was down like 11, 12% or some crazy number like that. And then buyers just stepped right in today. Incredible buying pressure. We'll go to the 1 minute here. And this will be from the start of the day here. We're just going to scoot it out. This is yesterday's drop, all the way here from $63, all the way down, and all the way here. And then if we look, this is at your close time right here, and then you're open back up. Now, it moved up in pre-market. That's why you're going to see this gap here. Moved up in pre-market just a little bit. No, I guess I should add that in. But it jumps at open, extreme buying pressure on the stock all day long, right? I was a buyer today. I bought shares today. No friggin' doubt. Right? No freaking doubt. I was a buyer today. I bought shares. I don't know about you guys, but I was buying shares. I bought shares in here. I bought a little bit of shares all day long. And it ripped. It ripped back from $55 to $59. Okay, so now that that's covered, buyers stepped in. All right, and I'm guessing, I'm going to go ahead and guess that PayPal itself was one of the buyers. So what is them buying back shares going to do? One, it's going to pull the available shares for sale on market off. All right. Two, it's going to boost EPS because they're pulling available shares off. Right. And then as the share price appreciates, it's going to go on PayPal's bottom line. All right. Because they're buying back the shares. Okay. And so as they buy back shares, it's going to push profits up, which is going to do what? Push EPS up. What happens when EPS goes up dramatically on a company? I don't know. Go look at Amazon and Meta right now and tell me. All right. Now, here's another thing that I think is going to push EPS up is they just laid off over the course of the year, they're going to lay off 2,500 employees. What is that going to do? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. Talk about all the benefits. And I'm sorry about that for PayPal employees. It kind of sucks. But it's a hard decision that the CEO and the board has to make in order to progress the company. Okay, so move past that. I know nobody really cares about that. That's investing in it anyways. We'll move past that. But what's that going to do? That's going to take a lot of salary off of expenses. And then on top of that, it's going to also take all their benefits costs off the table as well. Pretty big deal. Pretty big deal on that end. But this is not what I'm going to do here in this video. Let's go to PayPal Investor Relations here. All right. Let's take a look at their news release. And we'll start doing some research on this here. Okay, there we are. So PayPal, as Alex Chris said in the earnings call, if you didn't listen to it, PayPal finishes 2023 with a solid fourth quarter, enters execution year in 2024. So essentially they put together a plan and now they're going to carry it out. And they said solid results. And if you listen to the earnings call, Chris was saying solid results as in like, yeah, they're solid. We're capable of a whole lot more, right? And that's exactly what he's saying. So Q4 revenue increased 9% to $8 billion. And let's just put it in this perspective. If Q4 revenue was $8 billion and it was solid, what kind of plans of growth do you think he has? Is it going back to double-digit growth? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll just have to sit around and wait and see. I'm buying shares. I'm buying shares down here like a mugger trucker. I think this is the bottom. I think it's only up from here. This is just my opinion. I'm not telling you to buy it. GAAP EPS of 129 and non-GAAP EPS of 148. Fiscal year 23 revenue increased $8 billion to $29.8 billion. GAAP EPS of $3.84 and non-GAAP of $5.10. Here's what he said. I'm pleased with our better than expected fourth quarter results, which are a testament to the incredible work of the PayPal team and their strong commitment to delivering more value to their customers each day. We're driving significant transformation across our company and are committed to making the necessary changes to our business to drive profitable growth in the years ahead. We've added key talent to our leadership team, accelerated our innovation velocity and impact, and taken action to realize cost savings that we're reinvesting in our most important initiatives. 2024 is a year focused on execution to PayPal, or to position PayPal for long-term success, Chris said. All right. Q4 2023 financial results. Net revenues increased 9% on both spot and foreign currency neutral basis to $8 billion. Transaction margin of $3.7 billion, flat year-over-year basis. So their margin is essentially the same they've had it, right? GAAP operating income increased 39% to $1.7 billion. Non-GAAP operating income increased 11% to $1.9 billion. GAAP operating margin expanded 468 basis points to 21.5%. Non-GAAP operating margin expanded 39 basis points to 23.3%. GAAP EPS increased 61% to $1.29. Non-GAAP EPS increased 19% to $1.48. That's not bad, but it got crushed, huh? That's really not bad. That's really not bad results. That makes you think. That makes you wonder. It should make you wonder. You know, I'm buying. I think that it's an absolute buy. We have to look. They're literally trading in a price that hasn't priced in for no growth ever again, bankruptcy. They're falling apart, like the company's falling apart, and it's just not the case. This is not the facts. As you can see, GAAP EPS, earnings per share, increased 61% to $1.29. Let's go non-GAAP, 19%. Still, that's pretty good growth on earnings per shares, which is a little bit due to the fact that they're buying back so many shares. And I would too. Because the price is just so cheap. And this goes into my idea that the bottom's in, for sure, in my opinion. Net revenues increased 8% and 9% to $29.8 billion. Transaction margin dollars decreased 1% to $13.7 billion. GAAP operating income increased 31% to $5 billion, and non-GAAP operating increased 14% to $6.7 billion. GAAP operating margin expanded 295 basis points to $16.9 billion, and non-GAAP operating margin expanded 110 basis points to 22.4%. GAAP EPS increased 84% to $3.84, and over the course of the year, GAAP EPS increased freaking 84% to $3.84. And the non-GAAP EPS increased 24% to $5.10. Now, most are going to look at the non-GAAP. Okay. All right. I just want to go down here and I want to say here. Q4 23 cash flow from operations was $2.6 billion and free cash flow $2.5 billion. Fiscal year 23 cash flow from operations was $4.8 billion and free cash flow of $4.2 billion. Now, I want to do a comparison here. Now, I know this company has definitely got more growth than PayPal, and they're not exactly a comparable in the sense that you would say they're in the same sector. And so it's harder to compare them in this idea. But I need to just go ahead. You really think that PayPal should be valued less than this other company? All right, I'm going to look it up real quick. This is hold up. Before I do that, I want to look at this. Okay, so right here we have a market cap of $63.15 billion on PayPal. Okay, so when we go back, and total revenue was what? Almost $30 billion. It was like $28 billion for the year, right? Net income for the year, we'll just look it up right here. Financials, net income for the year, annual So this year, fiscal year 23 was 4.25 billion in net income. All right. On total revenue, okay, 29.77 billion. All right, so I was a little low. Okay. Now that we have an idea that this company is 63.15 billion market cap. Now, I want to take a look. You're telling me, despite the growth of the company, you're telling me that we'll go to a quarterly basis. But let's go back to PayPal real quick. PYPL. Just to give another look at this. So 4.25 billion, okay, in net income. All right. Now we'll go back to Snow. Let's just take a look at the market cap right now. It's 76.82 billion, which is in fact $13 billion more than PayPal's valuation. Okay, all right. And you're telling me a company that lost $800 million last year. All right, $800 million. And PayPal made over $4 billion. Let's just call it $4 billion. I think it's $4.25 billion. A little tired right now. All right, now total revenue. Literally, PayPal net income. Its net income was over double Snowflake's entire revenue. I know their growth has been pretty dramatic. I get that. But does it really deserve to trade at a higher valuation? Like, it's not just a little bit. It's $13 billion in valuation above PayPal. Either one company is really, really overvalued or one company is significantly undervalued. But let's go to the quarterly. So you're telling me that PayPal made nearly twice the net income last quarter, $1.4 billion, than Snowflake's entire revenue for the quarter. I'm just saying. Now, there's a few things in the earnings call that I thought was significant to talk about, was a significant deal to talk about. One is, yeah, they're going to do the $5 billion share buyback. Okay, all right, cool. Something that I don't think a lot of people got or heard or even thought about is that PayPal is shedding the bull crap businesses. They're dumping them, like they sold the one part of their business in Europe that was bogging their business down. And then they're turning around and they're shaving off of 2,500 employees, they said. But they're also going to legitimately they're also going to double down on the things that are working and attack things that are underpenetrated. So they have this cashback credit card that only 2% of all PayPal users use. You think they aren't going to work on that? They're also going after the small business thing. And with Intuit, everybody who knows anything about Intuit knows that QuickBooks and TurboTax is a huge thing for small businesses, right? And regular, ordinary day people. Okay, now that we understand that, that's where Alex Chris comes from. He comes from going and targeting and working with small businesses. He knows how that works. He knows that avenue, how that works. And that's a very underpenetrated market for PayPal, right? And what else is an underpenetrated market is that cashback credit card. They are going to work on both of those things, and that is going to drive revenue growth and net profit, and which is going to drive EPS growth. And earnings is what drives stock price. And it's at the bottom of the barrel right now. And all Wall Street can do is talk shit on a company, but they'll buy the fuck up out of Snowflake right here, right? Are you kidding me? They're pushing Snowflake up. I hate to hate on Snowflake. It's a good company per se, but I mean, like, operating income minus 261 milli, net income minus 214 milli. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. Let's take a look at the balance sheet on this here. Oh, well, their total debt is 0 for Snowflake. Well, that's good. I like that. I like seeing that. Cash and cash equivalents, 3.55 billion. Not too shabby. Okay, I can't really hate on that. That's actually pretty good balance sheet. They're still losing a ton of money. All right, they're still getting dumped on the money. Now, could they go profitable? Sure, but let's go to the daily chart. Let's slide it out. They were incredibly overvalued up here, ain't no doubt about it, but and probably slightly undervalued, or maybe fairly valued, but slightly undervalued for the growth. Now it's taken off, right? And who knows? It might go all the way back to highs. It might blow through it. It might be a freaking 200 billion market cap. All right. But you don't think that PayPal doesn't deserve to trade higher? I mean, it's not like they're not growing or losing money. They're growing their profits and revenues. And they have a pretty good balance sheet. They have 17 billion in cash on hand on their balance sheet. They have 17 billion on their balance sheet, which is a significant amount of money. Significant. There's so many more things I want to talk about PayPal, about how they've been working on their stuff here. Go back to the investor relations page. One of the things that they talk about is this here. They have a YouTube video on it. It's called PayPal First Look. And he talks about, 6 new innovations the company is piloting and bringing to market this year to revolutionize commerce through artificial intelligence-driven personalization for both merchants and consumers. During the PayPal First Look, Alex Chris, President and CEO, introduced a completely new PayPal checkout experience that radically speeds up checkout for consumers and helps merchants convert transactions like never before. Fastlane by PayPal, dramatically faster and smarter guest checkout experience, smart receipts, and are giving customers AI personalized recommendations from merchants to keep them coming back. The PayPal Advanced Offers platform so merchants can provide relevant, personalized, real-time offers to consumers and drive more sales. A reinvented PayPal consumer app giving shoppers new ways to earn cash back and more reasons to use PayPal. Venmo enhanced business profiles so small businesses can find and engage new customers and grow their business. So listen to that again. Venmo's enhanced business profiles so small businesses can find and engage new customers and grow their businesses. Basically, what I'm catching here is that they're going to work with these small businesses to help the small businesses drive revenue for themselves. This is going, and when they show these other small businesses, these new small businesses, hey, look what we're doing for these other guys over here. This is what we can help you do. When they show these small businesses, hey, look, we can help you grow in these ways with this product. And this is how we'll do it. That's going to get these guys to hop on. And guess what, Alex? Chris came from Intuit, small business land. Well, are you kidding me? This is going to be incredible. I think after hearing that earnings call, and maybe I'll make another video on it, after hearing that earnings call, we're going to see big changes over the course of the year. There's going to be a lot of buying pressure on the stock. There can't be too many sellers left. Too many people that want to actually sell it. Like, if you think about it, if you were going to sell PayPal, you absolutely had your chance to sell already. Just going to say that. Anyways, thanks for being a part of the journey. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I just want to grow this channel and work on it. So thanks for being a part of the journey. Have a good rest of your night. All right.